you're already touching upon a couple of points from the 2.0 roadmap, which was released a couple of months ago. I also made a dedicated video about this, so anybody who wants to watch this, I'll leave the link right here. But one of the biggest things that everyone is now highly anticipating, now that the DEX is live and was shipped, Emirates was shipped, is, okay, what is the next focus? And it seems that the next focus is right now shared security, right? And you guys are calling it interchain security. So can you explain a little bit the 3 or 4, I think it's 3 concepts of security as you outlined in your article, and what makes the CØSMOS approach different to what's currently out there in the market?
Sure. So we've been talking about them in a rollout of different versions. So the first version is the simplest version. We can call it V0 or V1. And it is essentially the one that I talked about a little bit earlier. You know, it's the one that focuses on practical hub minimalism. The idea that you're thinking about it as if it's still just a single blockchain, but it's now been broken up into constituent parts, still uses the exact same validator set. So it has the same security guarantees and the same token market cap, except for it's technically 3 or 4 different state machines, again, being run by the same validators. And the way that works is that, you know, I'm a CØSMOS Hub validator. I'm registered in the staking module. That means that people have delegated stake to me, they've bonded to me, and I show up inside this list of the top 150, 125 validators. As long as I'm in that list, I get to participate in block production, and I get paid for producing blocks, and I split that with all my delegators. Now, if I were to show up with a new module and say like a Gravity DEX or the potential Gravity Bridge, and was like, all right, it's time to move this on to its own state machine, but it's going to use V1 interchain security because, you know, we want 100% of the security of the atom to be behind this network. We want it to be really as if it's part of the CØSMOS Hub itself. We use a new IBC protocol called cross-chain validation. And essentially, I'm a validator on this first network. I would get the binary to be able to run the blockchain for the second network. And in a normal scenario, I would do this as well, except for over here, I would have to purchase a large amount of token, or I'd have to go through that process of, you know, getting a bunch of users to delegate to me in that first transaction, so that when the blockchain goes online and I turn my node on, I get recognized as a validator and I'm allowed to produce blocks and the network starts running. Now that means that that network has its own token, it's keeping track of them, same way that CØSMOS Hub has its own token, it's keeping track of them. In V0 or V1 of interchain security, there's no token over here. It's just the set of validators over here, which gets implanted into the Genesis file of this new network. So at the very first block, it looks inside this Genesis file and it says, oh, here's all the validators I have. And it's all the exact same validators from the CØSMOS Hub. As soon as those validators come online, they send an IBC packet to the parent chain that says, hey, we're online. Parent chain says, oh, there you are. Here's what the current validators are in case there's been any updates in the last, you know, however many minutes since this network came online, since this network got its first set of validators. This one gets updated, so maybe, you know, the person who was in 3rd place is now in 4th place. And from then on, they just send packets back and forth, always updating what are the current validators on the CØSMOS Hub, so that this child chain always has an exact copy of who the validators are on the parent chain. And it uses that information to decide, you know, during the communication between the state machine and the Tendermint instance, who are you? Are you a validator? Are you allowed to produce blocks? Instead of looking into the staking module, which asks, do you have enough token to be a validator or not? Which is what's still happening on the parent chain. You know, they use the staking module to say, do you have enough tokens to be a validator or not?